Hello, my name is Lianne Thibodeau, and I have the freelance role for the first book report on a wholesome horror story, Poorhouses in Nova Scotia. When I started reading the book, I was surprised when I seen there was a poorhouse in Meteghan, in the district of Clare. I was born and raised in Meteghan and had never heard of it before. So since I had the freelancer role, I felt like this was the perfect opportunity to look a little deeper into it. So now a little brief history. In 1879, there was a new law that each county had to be responsible for the poor individuals in their county, and it was called the County Incorporation Act. In 1888, Clare Council started looking for land to build on. In 1896, there was a small two-man committee, and finally, after 8 years, a few houses were finally submitted to the county, showing all the localities and costs. In 1898, the poorhouse finally started to operate, and in 1947, there was a farm on the land and it stopped being active. And in 1975, the poorhouse closed. And I would also like to add that in the book, Dr. Page and Dr. Sinclair said that the Meteghan poorhouse was the best in the province, as it was in a good location, near a school, doctors, and a church. Unfortunately, distant commuters were upset about the location due to long distance travel, and also a big one was the language barrier, as Meteghan was and still is an Acadian speaking community. I will start by explaining this picture. This is where the Meteghan poorhouse was located, and now they have a medical center there. I decided to speak with my 94-year-old grandpa, and his name is Gerald, and my uncle named Roger. And I wanted to know if they knew more about the history. So now I'm going to show a little clip of the conversation with subtitles since they're speaking Acadian.
Oui. Puis avant qu'il l'envoie des boulets, elle n'était pas blanche. Oui. Oui, elle était blanche. Puis ils avaient des bêtes à ce temps-là, il y avait une grande dorée. Ils ont des bœufs, des vaches. Ils font bien, pas les coups de... Oui. Coups de chaise. Puis le monde qui pouvait travailler, ça. Oui. Oui, à ce temps-là. Les femmes, tu sais où les femmes, il y en a qui pouvions travailler. Right. That you'll find all over the state. Yeah. Puis quand tu souvent t'amenais des patates, les Tim, les amenions des patates. Il y avait des grands patates et nabos ici dedans. C'était toutes des patates, puis d'orlier, c'était des nabos. Oui, je me souviens de ça.
Just to explain a little deeper, they were saying that in the 1890s, the Acadians in Meteghan planted on any land surrounding their house. And everyone shared the vegetables since everyone grew different types of vegetables. I'm mentioning this because the locals always brought food to the poorhouse to make sure they had fresh food. And also, when the fishermen went to sea, they brought some fresh seafood for them. And lastly, when the individuals passed away, they had a proper burial, unlike many other poor houses in the province. This is a picture I took of the cemetery, and this is where the residents got buried. Overall, I learned a lot and heard many positive stories, and I can see why Brenda Thompson stated that it was the best poorhouse run in the province. Thank you for listening.